With the release of Nintendo Switch 2, Nintendo announced some unfortunate news. As of March 24th, 2025, gold points would no longer be able to be earned with any purchases, and any gold points earned would only last a year before expiring. Gold points were Nintendo's form of a rewards program. Every dollar you spend is 1 gold point, which is equal to 1 cent. Over the years, I had acquired about 500 or so gold points, which I decided to use, so I started looking on the Nintendo eShop. During this search, I found one of the best games I've ever played, Star Wars Episode 1 Racer, or as I like to call it, Star Wars Racer. I didn't think much of this 25-year-old N64 port until I learned that it had unlockable characters, with one of them being Ben Quadinaros. Of course, everybody knows Ben Quadinaros, the greatest pod racer in the Outer Rim, who is an absolute S tier in terms of power and can easily defeat the likes of Prime Anakin Skywalker, Legends Darth Sidious, Starkiller, and of course, Goku. So I decided that I would play this game until I unlocked Ben Quadinaros. I went into this with no plan, no experience, and no bitches, and I decided to just start playing through the game. But if you made it this far into the video and are enjoying it, please feel free to like and subscribe, it helps out a ton. Or maybe don't, the second my subcon has a letter in it, I'll become insufferable to anyone without one. To save you the pain that I went through trying to figure out the mechanics of this game, I'll give you a quick rundown. There are 3 main circuits, Amateur, Semi-Pro, and Galactic Pod Racing Circuit, which basically just means Expert, with around 10 tracks each. After completing each circuit in first place, you're rewarded with a new playable character. There are also bonus or invitational tracks that unlock with each finished circuit, which, upon completion, reward you with the last few characters. Unfortunately, Ben Quadinaros is one of those characters, which means I basically have to beat the entire game just to unlock him. Now I've been yapping for 2 minutes straight, here's the actual gameplay. This first course is the first one I had any real difficulty with, and also the first I have any video of, and it's called Doug Derby.
Tapija akulki lunka.
After getting 4th place and hearing Wado sing the Cantina Band song for the millionth time, I decided to move to a different course to see if it'd be easier. It was not. This is Scrapper's Run. It takes place on Ord Ibana, which, of the 8 planets in this game, houses the most technical tracks that take the quickest reaction time and most skill to complete. This one specific corner has caused me more deaths than almost any other obstacle combined. After that embarrassing performance, I decided I was going to actually lock in and learn the mechanics of the game. After watching way too many tutorials, I learned that you only get money after the first completion of any given track, which is important because you need a metric ton of the in-game currency, Truggets, to max out your pod racer. If you were to get 2nd, 3rd, or 4th place, you would gain less money and have no ability to retry. I also learned that you could customize the way the money was split to give yourself the maximum amount. The main thing I learned, however, is something I probably should have learned earlier because it's a core game mechanic. In this game, there's a boost ability that is never explained, but you're expected to just figure out on your own. In the original N64 version, and likely the PC version as well, there was a manual that came with the game explaining mechanics such as this, but because I was playing on the digital Switch game, I had no such guidance. Boosting is pretty simple once you know how to do it. Simply keep in a straight line while holding forward, and when the indicator on the bottom right turns yellow, hold A to boost. You can boost for as long as you want, but your engines will start to overheat and then catch fire, causing you to crash if you hold it for too long. After learning all this, I made the difficult decision to wipe my save file and restart. I immediately set the prize money distribution to winner takes all, and started blasting through the easy levels with my new boost ability. Any levels I had trouble with, I simply restarted before I could finish below first. After amassing a large sum of truggets, I decided that it was time to upgrade my pod racer. The way to upgrade pod racers is by far the most complicated and not all straightforward part of this game, and I would be completely lost without this amazing guide by Kasperja on Reddit. It's super detailed, very direct, and exactly what I needed to crack this game wide open. I'm oversimplifying this way too much to count as a guide, so if you're trying to do this yourself, please use the aforementioned resource that I'll be leaving in the description. There are 7 different stats that each have upgradable parts associated to them: traction, turning, acceleration, top speed, air brake, cooling, and repair. Each have upgrades able to be purchased from Watto's shop or the Junkyard, with the shop parts being more expensive but brand new, and Junkyard parts being cheap but damaged. Fortunately, the game offers a solution to damaged parts in the form of pit droids. Hi, editing me here, really off topic. They made a Pit Droids video game. The album cover you just saw was from the soundtrack to the Pit Droids video game. I'll put some videos and graphics on screen, but if you want to see me play that, drop a like. 300 likes, I play the Pit Droids video game. For a very low price, you can purchase 4 Pit Droids that will repair worn parts after any completed race. Once I had enough money, I entered the junkyard to look for parts. When I couldn't find the parts I wanted, I simply left, selected a different pod racer, and went back in, which resets the part selection. I then proceeded to waste hours of my life soft resetting for the correct parts, which was similar to another process I'm all too familiar with. After all the setup was finished, the only thing left was the grind. Hey, it's me, Resident Dumbass. I deleted the footage. The whole last act of this YouTube video is gone in the trash. I had this whole script planned out for, it was an accident, but we move on. And then I deleted that too by accident because there's a power outage and I forgot to save. So, really, what the answer is to the question that nobody asked is no, Ben Quadinaros is not going to be seen getting acquired on this YouTube video. Here he is, he's right here. I'm using him in the track up above, but he's not going to be I'm not going to be completing the race where I would obtain him in first place, like I would have to do normally. So, unfortunate, you gotta live with that. And I'm just ad-libbing this whole outro because I really don't feel like typing another one. I'm tired. It's like 2 in the morning. I gotta go to bed and sleep because that's what people do. Normal people. Not usually me, but I should be getting into that habit. However, I am going to pose an alternative. If we get this video to 200 likes, I will play through the hardest course in the game, Abyss, a course that I tried so hard to beat and I couldn't. So hard that the world record has a death in it. I will do a deathless run, getting first place with Ben Quadinaros if this video gets to 200 likes. So, like away. Maybe we'll see that. Maybe not. I don't know. Anyway, if you enjoyed the video, thank you so much for sticking around. Check out my other one video that I'm proud of, and the other one's kind of garbage, but analytics, right? It helps. Thank you for sticking through the end.